Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the soda drinking harmful effect or beneficial. What is that? And we will learn about the Pepsi and Coke, that is black color drink, and that is more popular throughout the world. And there is a lot of complication due to this soda drink. But I am just addressing to you and advising about the soda water drinking, because we are just understanding about the disease due to the soda water, so how it can cause effect and change the physiology as well as change the human physiology lead to cause disease. So in this video we will learn about how a whole mechanism, and we will also learn about the effect during the intermittent fasting, but it is separate video. I think I will make another video to understand better. So first of all, we will understand in this video just the soda water benefit and side effect. So number one thing is that first of all we will understand uh, about the benefit. So benefit of the soda water is like a 1%. For example, when you will drink one time in a month, it will not cause any disease because it is recreational, and you will feel as a enjoy and not addictive. But remember that things soda water contain, let's begin to understand about the soda water nutrients, and further on we will understand more and more. So the soda water contain 13% carbohydrate, which that is made up of 3% sugar, 3% carbohydrate, while the other 9% or 13% you can understand, and 13% sugar, which that is simple sugar. Number one thing is that, and the water and flavor is add, and water is basically 90% water. You know about that. Basically, is the whole water, but the sugar is too much, and other nutrients like sodium is more, but sodium requirement is not for us, because the potassium is our requirement, because potassium is the intracellular cation, which that is used for the normal function, for the blood pressure regulation, as well as the homeostasis of the cell, intracellular and extracellular balances due to the albumin protein interaction with the cell, so that at the cellular level. So remember about that. Potassium is our requirement more, because potassium loss every day, and every day we have required 4000 milligram potassium. So that is why. So the sodium is not our requirement. In this way, the potassium are not present, so it means it is harmful for us, for creation, for increase the blood regulation disturbance and homeostasis imbalance. Number one thing. Number two thing is that it's contain sugar and water. When you will drink, so the sugar will be absorbed quickly due to the water and simple sugar. So simple sugar absorb quickly. When absorbed quickly into the blood circulatory system, when blood circulatory system rise the glucose, is known as the hyperglycemia. This hyperglycemic effect will lead to stimulate the pancreas. So pancreas will lead to produce insulin, because this more sugar rising should be disposed into the cell, into the adipose tissue, to convert the adipose tissue convert to the triacylglycerol from the glucose. This is the reason. And when the adipose tissue basically the adipose tissue increase, so the obesity can be possible 100%. So that is why the soda water drinking increase the obesity, number one thing, and also increase the spike the insulin again and again. When you will drink chronically the soda water, like Pepsi and Coke, so it will lead to increase again and again insulin spike due to the pancreas stimulation. So the over stimulation of the pancreas will lead to cause pancreatic cancer and pancreatitis. On the other hand, the beta cell of islet of Langerhans, the beta cell containing pancreas will be damaged. And this is the reason, but this is another topic. Let's begin to understand the cellular level. What will be happen when we will drink more soda? So when we will drink more soda, so the insulin will spike, and this insulin will bind with a receptor, insulin tyrosine kinase receptor. So that insulin binding receptor, insulin when bind the GLUT4 channel or GLUT2 channel, so the GLUT4 channel will increase. When increase the GLUT channel, a vesicle will be poration will increase. It means that simply you can understand that poration, the pores will be formed. This pore, the glucose will be moving into the cell, and excessive glucose lead to cause inflammation, because excessive glucose is not our requirement but the continuously subsequently, and little amount of the sugar is required for every tissue, even every cell. So that is why the drastically increase the glucose will lead to cause inflammation, as well as again and again binding the insulin with the receptor will lead to damage the cells, the damage the cell. So the damaging of the insulin receptor will lead to cause insulin resistance. So the insulin resistance is a pre-diabetic will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. The diabetes can occur. So in this way, the type 2 diabetes in the not in the early age, but in the early age you will be more fatty, so you will more grow your fat. So that is why obesity can be occur, but in the later on will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus due to the insulin receptor insensitivity. So the insulin insensitivity even in the adipose tissue as well as muscle, etc. So you will unable to consume sugar through dietary due to the again and again stimulation. This is the problem. In this way, the glucose is the cause of type 2 diabetes mellitus due to the soda water drinking like Pepsi and Coke. So that is why if you will drink sugar free, so it is okay, not any problem. But the problem, next problem, let's begin to understand the carbon dioxide. So it contain carbon dioxide obviously. So the soda water contain carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when you will drink soda water, some carbon dioxide will move back, and some carbon dioxide will be absorbed into the blood circulatory system, will lead to rise the carbon dioxide. So the it is known as the hypercapnia. In this way, the carbon dioxide when rise, oxygen level will be low. So the carbon dioxide should be on the level, but carbon dioxide when rise will lead to cause hypoxemia in the blood circulatory system, and the hypoxia in the tissue. So in this way, in this hypercapnia due to the carbon dioxide increase will lead to carbon dioxide combined with the water will lead to produce carbonic acid. So when lead to produce carbonic acid, in this way the carbonic acid formation for the decreasing of the level of the carbon dioxide, and in this way the carbon dioxide will be decreased but the carbonic acid will increase, will lead to cause acidosis. But the acidosis and the carbonic acid will dissociate into the proton and as well as carbonic anion. Carbonic anion will lead to cause alkalosis also. But remember that the pH will be imbalance of the blood circulatory system will lead to cause alkalosis and acidosis also. So remember, this is the problem, and in this way the breathing mechanism can be disturbed, and that is why the carbon dioxide will be rise, and on the other hand the sugar will increase. In this way the sugar when increase, it means that when sugar will increase will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus, because again and again knocking the pancreas for stimulation to produce more insulin for binding to dispose the glucose, and ultimately the type 2 diabetes mellitus will occur. First the adipocyte insulin insensitivity, then the myocytes and hepatocyte insulin insensitivity will be occur. But remember that the insulin not required for the liver, so the IGF, insulin like growth factor, will be point. So remember, so that will be also dysfunction due to the insulin like growth factor continuously binding after the insulin completely insensitivity. So the IGF insensitivity will be occur, will lead to more progress the disease. And in this way the difficulty for the absorption of the sugar, so the glucose urea can be possible, and that is the very dangerous problem, will lead to cause nephropathy as well as the other glomerular nephritis and other problems can arise. But remember, let's begin to understand the other why we love Pepsi and why we want Pepsi more. Because it's contain caffeine. So the caffeine is very addictive compound, which that will stimulate our brain, our nervous system for again addictive, and again we desire for caffeine. So the caffeine will be our desire, and when caffeine will our desire, so in this way requirement should be soda water, so we will drink more Pepsi. And that is, caffeine itself is not any harmful but addictive strategy for the sugars and cola, sugar containing products will lead to cause addiction from the sugar itself, because when we will drink the sugar containing soda water, so the insulin will be rise and the glucose level will be again ultimately decrease in the early time pre-diabetic case. So in this way decrease of the glucose will lead to again appetite increase. When appetite will increase, we will eat more, even drink more Pepsi. When we will drink more Pepsi, it will lead to more insulin production, and in this way the chain of food eating behavior will occur. So the fasting is impossible, remember that things. And in this way basically the sugar is the major problem, and the second one is the caffeine itself is the addictive compound, will lead to stimulate more and more and again. Some people can feel the caffeine, but some people will not, some because on the basis of their genetics maybe. So remember that Pepsi is too much dangerous and Coke is too much dangerous for a patient or healthy person even. So don't do that. If you are working good in the gym and exercising, you should get the benefit 100%. Don't mistake and don't cheat. So that is why. So I hope you make sense about the Coke is too much bad for health and Pepsi also. On the other hand, other sugary beverage and sugary cold drink is very harmful due to the sugar increase. So the increase of the sugar will lead to cause insulin insensitivity, and the insulin insensitivity will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. The diabetic person will lead to cause many complications. For diabetic person, the glucose will be rise and not decrease due to the insulin insensitivity, and insulin will not bind with the receptor. So the glucose will increase. So the glucose absorb more water from the tissue, and we will thirsty and drink more water for complete our desire as a thirsty. So in this way the increase the blood volume will lead to cause also hypertension, the high blood pressure, and in this way the high blood pressure will lead to cause arteriosclerosis, and the type 2 diabetes mellitus itself cause arteriosclerosis and cardiovascular disease. So the heart problem, the input of the heart will be not more and the output will be more due to the cardiac arrhythmias can be possible. So high blood pressure and a lot of complication due to the Pepsi drinking. That is the very complicated process which that will lead to cause many disease. That is why there is a lot of people throughout the world suffering the disease due to these products like coke, sugary candy foods, any type of foods, because the children eating more sugary foods which that will lead to cause aging even early in their age, so cause aging. So when you will quit the soda water and sugary material, you can be possible to live longer and get more healthy lifestyle. And that is why, so remember that things, the soda drink is too much bad for health. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share if you like this video. I hope you make sense, and see in the next video. I am also making the handwritten tutorial about the biomedical science. If you want to learn, you can watch that and learn about the biomedical science, and you can give the comment below to understand better. For this time, thanks for watching. See in the next video. Bye.